Alright YouTube, welcome to this episode. In today's video we're about to go on another mission over a hill. The location we're going to, we've been to before, which is the Airlie monument, but I've never actually been to it from this direction on a video. This is the side where, well, this is Glen Prosen behind me, and I've parked at the old quarry. There's a little quarry up there on the hill, and I'm going to attempt to go up to the Airlie monument from this side of the hill. Every other time I've been, it's been from the other side. But the monument's actually in this direction, but the path I'm going is heading up here. And it's spitting with rain, so we'll see how this mission goes, folks. But we're doing it anyway. The view over Glen Prosen is amazing. So I think there would probably be a way back down if I stick beside this dike. So I'm not sure how far this path that I'm on goes up this way. I could have probably been better actually just walking up that way if I was going straight to the monument. But it'll be interesting to see how far I can go here, and we'll see if there's a path that takes us along the top of the hill. This hill is the boundary between Glen Prosen at this side and Glen Clova at the other side. So along the side of the path there's these funny looking things, and I think what this is for when they're shooting deer on this hill here. They'll sit up there, a high seat I think you call it, and it's obviously used by like gamekeepers or any folk like that that's shooting. I've been walking for miles up this road now, and I'm still actually going the opposite way from the monument. It's just over that direction roughly. So I've just caught the first glimpse of this road leading up over that hill on the horizon there, and I think that must be the path that we're about to go. The views probably would look pretty amazing if we're up there, but I think it's going to get really windy. Fly told flew into my face there, folks. It's going to get really windy, so I apologise for any audio with wind, like probably right now. So this path just keeps going up and up. There's water running off this hill here, just all over, probably because of the recent rain. A lot of that'll just be mossy bog there, like all the way up to where those trees are. And this road here is turning to the left. Looks like this could be the end of this path. I think we're about to go out onto the hill. So it looks like most of this wood here has been flattened by the wind. I can see all the way through there. There's just trees lying. Here we are, folks. This is the hilltop. Airlie Estates, it says on the sign. So we'll see what like. The road looks in good condition. So it's a proper road here. I'm hoping eventually we can get to Airlie Monument on this road. So I've just noticed up ahead here, it looks like there's another older path on the right hand side, and it looks like it goes diagonally up, which is kind of where I want to be going, because actually you can see Airlie Monument now over here. So I really need to walk over this hilltop about a mile and a half. I'll see where this path goes up here. So now I've come a lot further up on the hill. We can see evidence here of heather being burnt. It's common practice to burn the heather so the new heather rejuvenates, because I think grouse and certain hill birds eat the smaller heather seeds or something like that, so it needs to be the younger heather in places. But quite often at certain times of the year you see the hills with smoke coming off them around here, and that's when they're burning heather. So it's an amazing view from the top of this hill. Well, we're not even at the top of the hill yet, but it's an amazing view even from here. This is the highest point now on the path that I've chosen here, and a cool thing is I can see in this distance Kilparney Tower, which I was at in last week's video. I'm hoping there's a path takes me to Airlie Monument from here though, so I can see it over there. Over there is where Loch Whirl and Loch Brandy is, which is featured in other videos of mine. Here we go folks, there's a path which looks like it goes in the direction we need. The wind up here is unreal, but so is the view. Amazing. Looks like this is a proper path going along here as well, so I hope that continues. So I don't really want to be climbing through heather today. There's always a chance that there'll be adders lurking. All the heather here, which was flowering a couple of weeks ago, is now past, and instead of being purple it's now gone white, and then the little flower heads just dry up and fall off. Looks like there's been somebody up here in a motocrosser. Right. Anyway, I'll update you once we find something else interesting. This is just peat bog right here, you can see it. If you went in here, you would honestly, you could disappear if you stood in something like that. Some of the holes are so deep. You would think because it's at the top of the hill, the water would run down off the hill, but it doesn't seem to. Anyway, I'll update you further along this path. I've got about a mile and a half to walk, so we'll see. I'm not sure where this path goes, but I can see this is a former fence here. There's no actual much wire left on it now. It's just an old hill fence. Got a lot of character, a fence like that. The view from this hill is amazing. I can see Perth, the hills of Perthshire away in the distance there, which is pretty far. It's probably, how many miles will I say? As an estimation, 50, no it's more than 50 miles. No, it's probably 50 miles. So now I've walked along this path, I think I'm a wee bit higher up on the hill than what I even was, and I can see Airlie Monument here. The view at this side is just opened up now, and it looks amazing. I can see a little town down here. I'm not sure which town that actually is there. Maybe Kirriemuir. It looks to me like this hill height is about the same as the hill where Kilparney Tower is. When I started walking up this hill, I must have been way down there. And once we get to the monument, I'm going to try and walk back a different way. So it'll be interesting. Uncharted territory. It looks like I have to go down off this hill and then on to the next one before I'm even at the monument. It's still a good mile away, like. as you can probably tell because you can hardly see it on this camera. So I've come down this slope here and we're at a low point between the two hills, because I can't even see the monument anymore, and the ground here is soaking. It's pure bog and each footstep has to be carefully chosen. Some of these watery holes here could be a foot or more deep. The only tracks here are mountain bike tracks. Maybe there's been a truck or something along here at one time. The key to walking through a hilltop bog like this is to stand on the big bunches of grass. Use them like stepping stones. My feet are staying dry even though the ground is so wet. But I better not speak too soon, because one slip and you get wet feet on a hill like this. I'm just hoping the path continues all the way to the monument, because over at this fence line here it looks almost as if the path stops, but surely no. This is a cool spot through this forest here. So I've come up the worst of the hill there, and I've come through that gate out of the little forest, and it looks like there's been trees here recently, because there's still a lot of the haggard lying around here. Once I get to the brow of this hill I should be able to see the monument again. I think Airlie Monument was built as a memorial to one of the people that fought in the war. The person owned the ground here, they owned the estate, and I think it was First World War. There's another one of these gates here, and the monument is getting near. We're getting closer. The view over Glen Proden here looks amazing. So actually folks, I think this is the wall here. We're going to walk down that way after we go to the monument here. So now I've come along this path even further. I can see in the Perth direction there's a rainstorm, so I don't know if that's coming this way. The wind might blow that further across, but we'll find out. It looks so dark in the sky over at this side. So we can see the monument here finally. We've come miles over the top of that hill. We came around where that little road goes over, which is miles away, and we're nearly here. The weather's not as bad today up here as what it can get sometimes in a place like this. So this is it, folks. The Airlie monument stands here on the hilltop, battered by all weathers. I think that some days of the year you can still get inside this monument on one day a year or something. It's open to the public, and I think you can get right up onto the top of it. Some of the stone cannons have actually fallen off over the last few years. I think the stone cannons on it were at one time the old drains that ran out around the top. I think the water ran out the end of the cannons. And it's got the little firing slits, but all that on this monument is just decorative. It's got all the military symbols. It's a grand monument. All the windows are rotten. There's no glass left in them. And the view across here, it's incredible. So actually it says laid August the 31st, 1901. So that was when it was put up, 1901. So I'm not sure which war that would have been that the boy had died in. I should really look up the history. Danger from fallen masonry, it says. So we'll have to watch it here. It's amazing. Sandstone tower. The stone carving on it is a lot more detailed than last week on Conferny Tower there. You can see how all of it there has been carved like a rope. And even the old window frames are carved. They're not just boring bits of wood, they're carved, they're shaped by a joiner. And then in this corner here, we've got the tower. The tower here with both cannons missing. But there's no remains of the cannons down here on the ground. No, unless some of these little bits of sandstone was at one time from that. So in here, it's got the old wooden door, studded door. I think with doors like that, the studs were just made by a blacksmith and then hammered into the wood as a design. And I think there would have probably been steps here, and somebody's put cement here at a later time with some old steel in there. Maybe just been a spare old bit of steel they were trying to get rid of. And I'm not sure if these metal bits with the spikes are original, or maybe that was put on at the same time as the steel. That's maybe an original hinge down here, which is quite cool. And if these are the original steps, I'm not sure, but you can see the stone's been cut with a circular saw. It's been cut in from two different sides by the pattern on the stone there. And then above the door, the stonework's very detailed with 3 thistle heads, 3 thistles. So there we go, folks. Now we've got to try and get down off the top of this hill in that direction, so we'll go back to where that dike section was. I don't think this path goes all the way around here, but we'll try. On top there's a beacon. you would put in wood, burn it, and then it can be seen from all around. Like Kilparney Tower and this tower, each of the towers you can see them on top of the hills. And at Lawrence Kirk there's another one as well, a little tower up on the hill. We'll have to go and visit it one day. Anyway folks, we'll head along, we'll update you once we get over to this wall. So a pretty cool thing on the hill there, beside the old tower, there's a brand new tower, and I think that one there is for internet, so it's got satellite dishes on top of it. And there's a little windmill here as well. I think at one time that windmill powered some sort of device here that had an aerial. I'm pretty sure that little windmill used to power that device, like a dynamo. Surprising the windmill's no turn though, considering that it's actually windy right now. It's maybe been an internet device or something there, because it looks like it's not active anymore. There's still a little mast, or a base for a mast. The rainstorm there that I noticed on the way up, it's moving along the Sidlaw Hills. I think if I'd been at the Kilparney Tower right now, I would have been getting drips on my head. So we're walking back into this vast landscape of hills here, leaving the tower behind. So here's a little bit of nature folks. Look away now if you don't want to see a dead rabbit. But its pudding's pulled out by probably a fox or something up on this hill. I think there'd be foxes and buzzards. It could have been a bird of prey that caught it, but it doesn't look like it's eaten much of it, whatever it was. The sun's shining on certain spots of the valley there, and it looks good. I'm still making my way to that wall. I keep saying I'll update you when I get to the wall, and then I see something else, so we're nearly there. So here we are folks, we've made it to this far end again. We can see the monument in the distance on the peak of that hill. And instead of going back the way we came, we're going to go down the dike line. There's tons of little birds flying about. This whole walk, they've just been flying around tweeting. There's little bunches of them. I think they go about getting the bugs. Anyway folks, we'll make our way down here. I think once I get to the bottom of this wall, I'm not actually too far from my car, so we should be all good. I'm still on adder watch here. Don't want to stand on a snake. It's probably more scared of me than I am of it, but I still don't want to upset one. So this has been proper Scottish wilderness today, as I just about slept. This bit here is definite wilderness. There's a little track here, it could be an animal track. And the old dry stone dike there. You find them all over the place here in Scotland. They're built with no mortar and they stand through all weathers. Sometimes you see bits of it knocked down, but that can often be when there's trees and that here. And the wind blows the trees over and the wall gets knocked over. Now I've come to here, I can see the road that I originally walked up, running along here. So we've done full circuits of this hill today pretty much. Almost a figure of 8. So we've made it down this path now to this little road, and it looks like there's a cool bit here to climb over the fence. Or actually, I don't even need to climb over that fence. There's a little quarry here. That wasn't here like last time I came up here, years ago. I walked up that road in the dark and the snow one day. So that was a cool mission, folks. Before I end the video though, we'll have a wee look at the quarry around this corner. So this is an old quarry on the edge of Glen Prosen, on the side of the hill that we just walked down. And this little quarry used to be a camping spot for people from like Kerrymuir. They used to cycle out here in the summer and camp, and then cycle back to Kerry after the weekend. But it looks pretty overgrown up here. Here it is. I've not been up here for years. So this, I think at one time, it looks like it's been a stone quarry. There's a lot of litter. People's used it for dumping, which is typical of quarries and stuff like this. But there we go, a little quarry campsite. Recently there's been fires here. Probably people have been camping here this year. So here we go, folks. I'll end the video here. So I'm back at my car, and we'll see you in the next episode.